What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Orlando Powder Room. Got a super exciting video for y'all today. Today is going to be the day that we do our splatter on our Day Glow Yellow. Well, we're going to practice to do our splatter on our Day Glow Yellow. This will be our specimen for today. This is a 96 Dyno Air. We bought this off of a buddy of ours that we purchased some things before. And I actually got two of them, but I chose this one to be our test sample. I got it all, it was powder coated before, I got it all stripped out. And we're gonna use a product called powder water. Now don't look at me all crazy, there's a real thing. This is Columbia Coatings powder water. Normally, you can use this for touch-ups or, you gotta fill a small spot or whatever. You mix this with the actual powder and you can either brush this on with a paintbrush. Actually, that's usually how they do it, is just dab down with a paintbrush or whatever to get this product with the powder mixed in onto the area where that has the issue. But we're going to use it a little bit differently. We have a squirt bottle here. This is all cleaned out, nice and clean. And we have a couple of different tips. We got that unit there. This unit here is this is from my dog's ear wash bottle. But it's adjustable, so this might be a contender. Or we got ourselves the tip off of a gear oil jug that was brand new, and I just poked a hole in it with the thumbtack. So we're gonna mix this with black powder. I gotta look, because I think the splash might have some red too, which will really be interesting. But we'll put some powder water in here with our mix, mix some black powder in there. And then that's not gonna fit on there. And then we'll try these different tips and see what kind of splatter effect it makes. So it should be pretty interesting. Find our best pattern. We'll get this base coated white, fluorescent yellow. We'll put our splatter on and see how it looks. And then we'll put the glow clear on it. I don't know if I have enough glow clear. I might have to order some more clear to do the customer's bike. I gotta see how much I got, but either way, glow clear is just basically clear with extra pigment in it. So that should tell us what we need to know. Also, don't forget, comment below how much you think this thing weighs. If you're closest to the pin in this video and two more videos after this, you can guess on each video. I'm gonna send this thing to your house, powder coated, whatever color you choose, free of charge. This is an 80s Diamondback. We're not sure exactly what model it is, but we know it's somewhere in the 80s. And could be yours. All you got to do is guess below and like and follow the channel. Follow the channel, like the video, like the channel, whatever it is. Guess, and this could be yours. Check this out. This is a 96 Dyno Air. This is a 91 Dyno Detour. Has a few slight differences. You can see the angle of the back half is a little bit different. The tube on the newer one is a little bit thicker. This one's closed in. The seat post unit here is all closed in, where this one's open on one side. But other than that, it's pretty dang close. This tube's fatter too. Basically a bigger, heavier, little bit different geometry, but fairly close. It has a little old school flair to a mid-school unit. Thought that was kind of interesting. First up, Super Mirror White, Columbia Coatings. We're going to use this as our base. Then we'll partially cure this. Then we'll put the fluorescent yellow over the top of this. And then we'll be ready to start practicing with our splatter. All right, we're hung up. We're grounded. We got our machine set to 96 Dyno Air, at least somewhere in that era. But we're gonna go ahead and make this sucker white. Let's. Something in there we gotta take care of. Next up, Columbia Coatings, fluorescent yellow. The other bike already came out of the oven. The dyno came out of the oven. It's cooling. We're gonna get set up to throw this yellow at it, and then we'll start practicing on our splatter. All right, here we go. We got our powder water. We got our little cup here that we're gonna mix the powder water with. We got our OEM Lost Black from Columbia Coatings. So we're just gonna, I think we're gonna put the powder water in first. Just give this a shake. This is some weird stuff. It's kind of globby. It's kind of thick and weird. But alright, so we got our powder in here. And it really doesn't like to mix very well. I don't know if you can see that. But we just keep working at it, and sooner or later it kind of breaks down and everything kind of becomes wet. We're really just going for kind of a watery consistency, but we also got to keep in mind that when it hits the bike, we don't want it to it kind of wants to keep a strand, you know, like a splatter. I really don't know how to call it, but I just don't want it to hit and kind of lump out. So we kind of really need the right consistency here. I think we're a little thin at the moment. I don't know. Yeah, we're gonna add a little bit more powder. We got ourselves a nice mess going on here, which is always fun. A little bit more powder. Get this mixed up. Oh yeah, now she's really starting to come along. This takes extreme concentration. All right, so I'm just going to mix this for a while, get it all mixed up good, and then we'll check back in when I pour it into that bottle there. All right, so we got ourselves a consistency that we're pretty happy with. Now we're going to pour it into this jug. We're just going to pour it into this jug outside because this stuff makes a mess. So we got our bottle turned down quite a bit, just a little bit off of open. See what kind of stripes it makes on this frame. Apparently we got to open a little more. Well, that's not going to work, not even a little bit. It leaves splashes instead of like ribbons or, you know, marks. It just leaves dots. So we're gonna have to go back to the drawing board on that unit. This is try number 2. This is just a regular water bottle with a little pinhole stuck in the top. I didn't use powder water because we're running out and I need some to when we actually figure this out. But let's see what this does. It's really hard to tell without using actual powder water, so guess we're just gonna have to do it till we get it right, and then order more. Alright, so we're running low on powder water, so we're gonna try something unconventional. I gotta get the consistency of the liquid coming out of whatever we're gonna spray with to be less splattery and more like a ribbon that'll stick. I made a new cap with a smaller hole in it, and we're just gonna mix up some denatured alcohol with some powder. See what happens. Never tried this before, don't know anything about it. So this could be another epic fail. But it is what it is. Oh, yeah, so right off the bat, we have epic failure. Wow. Alright, so that's not the answer to our question. Look what it did to the powder. I don't want to spill it on myself, but it's just made out a big globby chunk. Ew. Wow, that's wild. Look at it. Alright. Fail number 2. Next. Look at this stuff. I could just make a bunch of little strands and drape it over the bike. Look, you can mold it like putty. Wonder how it would dry. Still smells bad. Alright, next. Alright, next on the test list, this is acetone. I'm having a funny feeling that it's going to have the same effect that the denatured alcohol did. But if you don't try it, you never know. All you gotta do is just pop this open. Woo! Yeah, this is not gonna work. We'll just do a little sample. Survey says it's chunky. See what happens if we put some more in there. It didn't have the same effect as the last one. But it doesn't have the desired effect either. Well, maybe. Really chunky. Stop recording. All right, so actually I kept mixing it, and you can see, hopefully, that it is kind of getting to the consistency that we might need. Yeah, we're going to make a batch of this stuff, put it in a bottle, just because I think it's... Oh yeah, look at that. So I think if we put this in our bottle, make a good batch of it, put it in the bottle, and do kind of a squeeze and spread, might be onto something. I should just use paint like the other guys, be done with it, but that's not my style. I've seen a picture of one that somebody else did. Never mind. But we're gonna mix up a big batch of this and see what happens. All right, so that batch also was not great. We got the consistency pretty much dialed in, but I think our method of installing onto the frame is still a little bit off. So I've got to go to a store or somewhere. Why does this keep getting dark? I got to go somewhere and figure out if I could find maybe a different style paintbrush, maybe one of those sponge style brushes, because every time I go to drizzle it on, it just clogs up the nozzle and makes a freaking mess. So really, we got the consistency down, we got our method down, we just don't have the delivery down. So we're gonna have to work on that, but we're spending a lot of time on it and jobs are piling up. So we're gonna have to take a break on that for a little bit and get some work done so that our customers can have their bikes back before they start sending the lynch mob. But don't forget, March 3rd, bike show, St. Cloud, Florida. Whole bike show deal, trophies, giveaways, all that fun stuff. Facebook, Powder Room. Go check that out where there's always reels and pictures and I don't know, some things going on over there. Instagram is Orlando_powder_room. That's pretty much it for now. We'll try to get this splatter dialed in, but we got work to do, so catch you on the next one.